Hi everyone, and welcome back to another healthy keto eating show, information and story time. Stay tuned. Good to see you. Good to have you back in with the Healthy Keto Eating Show. If you're new to my channel, right there is the red subscribe button right there. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell, which is right underneath it, so you're notified of all of my uploads. Share around my channel, please, especially with this virus and pandemic going around. I want to help as many people get healthy since I was taught professionally. So if you could share my channel, that would be great. I've helped over 1,000 people get their life back. The number is growing every day, and I want to continue to help as many people as I can. And if you loved this Healthy Keto Eating Show, along with the information I'm going to give and my story time, shoot me a thumbs up. That makes me happy, and it also helps my channel to grow. So I am doing the video, like I said, on that slideshow I did on Sunday, which was just my slideshow. So if you didn't get to see that, definitely check that out. I do slideshows, which are just a couple minutes long, telling you the recipe on this. This is my hamburger helper stroganoff, all done keto style. And as you see, I've got some things laid out here because I do what's called OMAD, 1 meal a day. Since, you know, this virus is going around, I want to be as healthy as possible. Now, for those of you that are new to my channel, I've been ketogenic for over 4 years. It was 4 years, November 4th of 2015. So it's been over 4 years for me. I hit my goal weight in 15 months of 150 plus pounds. Since then, I have lost over 160 pounds total, but I've been in maintenance mode. And this month of April, is 3 years I have been maintaining that weight out. I was almost 300 pounds and I now weigh between 128 and 130. And I, like I said, maintained that weight for almost 3 years. And I do all kinds of things. Sometimes I'll eat 2 meals a day. Sometimes I eat 1 meal a day. Sometimes I do alternate day fasting. I do all kinds of fasting. Fasting is so good for you. It's where you hit autophagy. After 18 hours of not eating, you hit autophagy. So every day right now, doing 24 hours, I'm hitting 6 hours of autophagy. If you don't know what that is, I did do a video on that. Look in my playlist under miscellaneous or under my keto lifestyle or keto journey, I believe it's called. It's autophagy. I teach on there about the benefits of autophagy. So look it up. But there's so much benefits to it. It cures and mends and helps old cells, makes you new again. You know, just cures things in your body, helps your white blood count to be on superpower, just helps you to be healthy. So the healthier you can be, the better. Now, I don't recommend anybody who's first starting off doing the keto until you're good fat adapted to do any fasting. But if you can incorporate it, great. Just start off slow and work your way up. But I've done all kinds of fasting now. And right now I'm loving the 24-hour. I was doing what was called the warrior diet, where I ate for 4 hours and 20 hours where I didn't, but I wanted to go a little bit longer and do OMAD. So you see a few extra things set out here because I do my 1 meal in that 24 hours. So I need the calories, you know, the intake and everything I need in that 1 meal to be sufficient for the calories and everything that I need. I also do my vitamins and everything every day. So yeah, but yeah, if you are new to my channel, definitely check out my channel. I do a lot of teaching. I was taught professionally by a keto doctor, 2 keto nutritionists, my brother who teaches this as a job, and all the studying I've done myself. I've had pure success. Everything that was wrong with me, and I had a lot wrong with me, you guys. I had a heart condition, which I still have, but almost back to normal. I developed way back in 1998 when I had my son. I developed what's called postpartum cardiomyopathy. I was put on tons of medications. On top of that, I started to get other things wrong. High cholesterol, high triglycerides, high blood pressure, IBS, PCOS, GERD, stomach problems, you name it, I had all kinds of things wrong with me. I cured everything. I was on over 20 medications. I'm down today to 2, very low dose, just for the heart. My heart at one point was only functioning at 8%. I'm almost at 50. 50 is almost a normal number for people. I still do take those 2 meds, which is one is a beta blocker and one is to help the blood because my blood kind of pulls a little bit as it pumps out, but I'm almost back to normal, you guys, since starting the ketogenic way of life. I tried many different forms of losing weight and I could never get away from the meds. Since I started keto, everything went. Everything just started going, and now I'm down to 2 meds, and that's all I have to take, and I cured everything else. Blood pressure's fine, triglycerides are fine, cholesterol's fine, IBS is gone, I don't take stomach pills anymore, I don't take my PCOS, I don't take nothing for that anymore. Everything is gone. So it's amazing, guys. It's an amazing journey. I would love for you guys to understand it more. If my videos aren't enough information and you want to get started ASAP, since this virus is going around, this pandemic we're going through, down below I have my email. If you'd like to email me, I'll get you set up on a plan. It's called a macro plan, a calorie deficit to set each and everybody up, on. But I have to ask some personal questions, so I need you to email me. And I would love to help you get started and understand it. Since I've helped over 1,000 people get their life back, I would love to help you. We're getting closer to that 2,000 mark. I can't wait till I can say 2,000 people I have actually helped. And then 3,000 and 4,000 and a million. I can't wait for that. Just little old me. Now, I do have lots of recipes that I make. I've got over 200 recipes in my, it's called Keto Mukbangs and Recipes. I've got over 200 recipes. I'm in the current state of writing a keto cookbook and trying to get it published because my meals are all quick, easy, and inexpensive. Most of them are. And I've got a lot of keto treats too. Look up my keto treats. I've kind of made a bunch of those too myself. Some of them are things I bought out and even on my recipes. But a lot of it I have made myself, and I come up with all of this on my own, you guys. No lie. I'm a Christian. I have no reason to lie to you. I did not look these recipes up because a lot of the ones that they put on there are not true keto. They don't understand that there are things that say zero carb that actually have carbs. The FDA food industry can write zero. If it's like a 0.5, 0.6, they can write zero. But people aren't understanding that everything is a serving size. So when you go over that serving size, you're adding carbs in. So you just have to understand that. But anyways, I'd love to, teach you more and everything and give you a rundown on keto and all of that. So if you need extra help, shoot me an email. I'd love to help you. I've had pure success. God has truly been amazing. And through all of this, I just want to tell you guys to definitely, don't fear. It says it in the Bible 365 times. Fear not, for I am with you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Okay? Definitely, you guys, you need to fear not. And I don't have the Bible in front of me, but I'll read one to you that I know by memory, which is James 4:8. Those who draw near to God, God will draw near to you. What a wonderful verse. And I can tell you this, I am the biggest person with anxiety. I deal with panic anxiety disorder. But since, being a Christian in itself, God has been with me. But since all this has been going on, God has wrapped his arms around me because I've devoted so much time to him. I read the Bible. I study the Bible even more. I've read the Bible all the way through. But I just mean I read the Bible more. I study the Bible more. I meditate and spend time with God alone in my back bedroom. I listen to Christian music. I've been helping other people come to the Lord. I've been just doing so much more for God, and he is definitely holding me tight. I feel him taking the wheel and helping me. I haven't even feared this at all. It says it 365 times in the Bible, guys, to fear not. There's nothing for us to fear, okay? Take precaution. Do what they tell you to do. Wash your hands. Stay away from people that have this. Stay away from big crowds. Stay in the house as much as possible. Only go out if you have to, and just do what you're supposed to do, because as a Christian, we still lock our doors, we still wear our seatbelts, we still go to doctors, we still take meds when we need them, we do all of that. That's just being smart, okay? But don't fear this. There's nothing to fear because there's nothing we can do about it. And that's what I keep telling everybody, nothing we can do about it, but just accept it. And God is going to hold you through the whole thing. And you know what? We all are on a time clock. If we are Christians, we all have a home up in heaven. This is not our home. This is temporary. We have a home, eternal life in heaven. God sends his son to die on the cross. And if you believe in him and live a good Christian life, you have a place in heaven. That's where it is when we leave here. So worst case scenario, something happens with this virus and God does take you, well, it was your time. So just fear not. God is with you and God knows those who can handle it and who can't. And he's going to be with you even stronger. So give him the will. Say, God, take this one. I can't handle it. And he surely has helped me. So I hope all of you guys will understand that. Don't be afraid of this. There's nothing to be feared. There's nothing to fear. Nothing. If God is with you, there's nothing to fear. And always rebuke that devil. And I know that he's been trying because I've been teaching on here about God, and it's important as a Christian to do your part and teach about God to bring other people to the Lord. If you need more information on that and want to know how to ask God into your heart, it's another thing. Email me and I'll help you to know how to get God into your life. So, but we need to do that as Christians, and the devil's going to attack, but he can't attack me because I rebuke you, Satan, in the name of Jesus. And God's always with me. He's stronger than any virus. He's stronger than any mountain, any ocean, anything. God is stronger than anything, and he is with you. So just remember that and try to be strong for this and be healthy. Eat healthy, you guys. We need to, eat healthy. I hear a lot of people are going to the fridge a lot and eating unhealthy and all that because they're scared about all of this. No, that's the opposite. You need to be, and I recommend keto. You need to be in a healthy state for your body to be able to take this, because if you do get it and your body's healthy, you're going to be one of the ones to go right through. You may not even know you had it. May got a little sore throat, maybe got a little bit of a cough, and the next day it was gone because you're healthy. You need to be healthy through this, guys. I need you to understand that. So I recommend everybody get on that keto train and stay on it. Don't get off that keto train. Eat keto foods. It's meat, cheese, eggs, good green leafy veggies. That's how you do keto. If you need more information, like I said, I can help you, but get on board with keto or some healthy eating style, because we want to be as healthy as possible. You don't want nothing bad to happen to you. You know, stay healthy. It's important. God gives us one body for us to take care of, and we need to take care of it, okay? So that being said, again, I hope, you guys enjoyed that information. If you need more, like I said, I'm there to help you, or just watch my videos. I've got lots of videos in my keto journey, in my miscellaneous, in my mukbangs, my keto treats. I offer lots of information on it. So just do that. I do teach that if you are doing this, it is... was designed 3 ways, and I'll do that real quick. I do it in every video because I want people to know for my newcomers. It's for losing weight, gaining weight, and maintaining weight. If you're in losing mode, you're not going to eat what they talk about, the 75 to 85% fat intake. You're going to use most of that off your body. So instead of eating like 20 to 150 grams of fat a day, or 100 to 150 grams of fat a day, you are not going to eat that. You're going to eat more like 75 to 100 grams, and I'll set everybody up differently depending on, maybe you need even a little bit more than that if you're working out. But you're going to try to lower that fat and use your body fat as your high fat source so that you lose the weight quicker. If you're in maintenance mode like me, you're going to eat that fat percentage then because you need it. You need an energy source because we don't eat very many carbs. We eat 20 carbs or less a day. Put you in a state of ketosis, which is just a big word for fat burning mode. Your body's always burning fat for fuel. So if you're in maintenance like me, you're going to eat that. If you're trying to gain weight, you're going to eat even more fat, but good healthy fats. And I explain that a lot. You don't want to eat all this processed junk fat. You want to eat nuts, which are heart healthy, eggs, which are very good for you. Maybe some red meat, some good omega-3 fish, oils like olive oil, coconut oil, MCT oil for your coffee, avocado oil, the good cooking oils. You want fats that way, good natural fats that way. You can have the butter. I got my nuts right here. I've said nuts, things like that. You want good, healthy fats. You want to eat healthy. Avocados are a great way to get a healthy fat, and different things like that. It's just important to understand when we say high fat, you want to keep it a good, healthy fat. And I do the best that I can. Sometimes it's going to be a little bit of process to something I make, but I do try to eat as good as I can. Right now, it's hard to get things in the stores right now. So like even my ground beef, I can't get the ground beef I want grass-fed. I can't. So I just have regular ground beef here. But anyways, we'll go over and we'll tell you real quick, somebody who's trying to lower this. Now, this is the meal you're going to eat. This is just extra because I'm doing 1 meal a day. If you do 1 meal, you can do just what I'm doing here. But it is the shirataki fettuccine noodles. It is ground beef. You can use now to lower that. You would use a lower fat, like the lowest fat you can, and then rinse all the grease off at the end to get all the fat off of it, or use ground turkey in place of it. And then I've done a heavy cream. Now that's hard to avoid that. I've done a half a cup of heavy cream. You could go lower by doing a half a cup of heavy cream. I did it that way and it still worked out. I've made this meal before, just never did a video on it. But I didn't eat it that day because I had something else planned. My husband wanted it, and he said, hey, can you make that for me? So I did. So I haven't tried it yet. But anyways, I did it with just a half a cup or a fourth a cup. I'm sorry, it worked perfectly. But this time I did 2/4 cups. So you would do a half or a fourth cup to save on fat, okay? And then I just have Parmesan cheese on it. Now I've added in a tablespoon of butter, or 2 tablespoons, which I get a tablespoon in my serving. It's 2 servings. I've added in a tablespoon just to give me extra fat because I need the extra fat because I didn't cook it in any oil or anything. So I did the fat for mine with the extra butter just to give me extra calories. I need enough calories in this 1 meal. So, but basically that's how you would lower it, and it would definitely lower out for you, and it would be still delicious, All right, and I am having it just with a salad here. It was like 2 cups of just iceberg lettuce. I wanted spinach. Guys, I eat spinach and kale. That's what I want for the vitamin C and the potassium, magnesium, but I couldn't get to it this time in the store. They were sold out. Everything is leaving the stores. So I just have an iceberg salad here with ranch dressing. Not the cleanest doing ranch dressing, but every once in a while I do that. Most of the time I like oil and vinegar, and I do it with olive oil and apple cider organic vinegar, but today I wanted the ranch dressing. So I got the ranch dressing and some Parmesan. I'm doing a 2 Good yogurt. These are the only yogurts that we can have on keto that I know of right now. They are 3 carbs, and they're called the 2 Good. This one's the berry one, and then I have a serving of, and I always have everything in servings. I buy all the measuring cups, measuring spoons, everything, even to this day. That's why I've kept my weight off, because even in maintenance, I have a certain deficit, which is calories, a certain calorie I got to stay at without gaining weight. So I have 1 serving of nuts that I'm going to put on my yogurt here. So, and then I have a can of stevia here. It's a large can. I get it from my gas station. This is the black cherry. This is the one, it's not called stevia, I'm sorry, called Zevia. It's made with stevia, the right sugar that we can have. On ketogenic, you want to have things that are done with stevia, monk fruit, or erythritol. Those are the ones that you want. You're going to find some things like soda that has aspartame, sucralose. Just be careful of those. Sucralose is one that's hard for me. In the beginning, it was okay, but now it kind of kicks my color down, which is just strips that you can urinate on, or you can buy the Keto Mojo, and I've done that. Drops my number down a little bit or my color down a little bit. You can buy them both from Walmart or drugstores, and if you do the blood one, it can test right away after you try something to test, or if you do the strips, you got to wait hours and hours, sometimes even the next day to test, okay? So that being said, but that just lets you know some people can't have the sucralose, some people can. I do better with aspartame. I don't do a lot of aspartame. I don't do a lot of diet sodas. I do more water, but the stevia I do like, or the Zevia, I do like that because it's made with the stevia, so this is what I go with. And sometimes I do those waters. I really like those American Clear, I think they're called. I love them. And they're done with the aspartame, but those ones never kick me. Never, never, never. All right, let's get eating and story time. Hope that information was good for you guys and that you guys are enjoying my videos, information, and story time. I got a great story for you today. Actually, kind of a scary one, but another one that I'm still here. I'm going to stand up here because I just want to show you guys a bite of this. Up close. This is, like I said, Hamburger Helper Beef Stroganoff. Let's turn the light a little bit so you can see that. Look at that. Yum, yummy, yum. Oh, and I also used beef bouillon in here. Beef bouillon. I used the powder one. It was a little bit easier. It was a tablespoon of that to give it that beef flavor. All right, let's try a bite. Yum. My husband told me it was really good. The last time I made it for him. Like I said, we were just trying to find something to make for him one day. I had already eaten. He got home late. And so I just came up with this real quick. And I thought, hey, I'm going to do this for my channel because he said it was good. Definitely has that taste of a Hamburger Helper. Definitely. I love these noodles. I love them. If you rinse them really, really, really good under cold water, at least 3 minutes, you get all of that smell off of it because they're just in a liquid just to preserve them or keep them good so they last longer. Rinse, 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 rinse for like 3 minutes. And then I cut it with kitchen scissors because they're pretty long. And this is the fettuccine ones, and they have the spaghetti ones. And I think they have other noodles too you can order online. But these ones I get at my grocery store. But anyways, yeah, they're a little bit, I don't want to say rubbery, but maybe a little bit more texture to these than like a noodle. But if you rinse them good and you cook them good, they're good. You can't tell the difference. Some people can, and I tell them that you didn't rinse them long enough because noodles don't really have a flavor. What flavors our noodles is when we put stuff on them. That's what flavors them. Wow, this is really good. I love things like this, comfort food. And it's chilly here today. We actually got snow. A few days ago, you guys would have seen my outfit of the day. Actually, when do you get this video? You got the slideshow for this on Sunday, so you won't. This is going to be Thursday for you guys. But the day actually for me is a few days after I did my outfit, which was last week, and it was so beautiful. It was like 70 degrees, and now it's like 30-some degrees right now, and it snowed again. Weird, cold out. So I wanted some comfort food. So, anyways, I don't like these videos to be too long for you guys, so I'll have a couple bites of this, and we'll go on to my story. I get this lettuce, I get this lettuce already cut up, the lettuce bags of iceberg, and then it's just easier, but you can chop up a head of lettuce. I forgot, I wanted to say my prayer. I always say a prayer, and I forgot this time. I usually do it before I start the video, but I'm just going to pray quick. Dear Lord, thank you for this food that you have put before me and blessed me with, and I ask that you make sure that the food is safe and keeps me healthy, and thank you for providing, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. I like to just say a prayer every time before I eat for God to, because we need to thank him for our food, right? People out there don't have any food at all. Be thankful, especially through this right now with people that aren't working, that are having a hard time. So just be thankful. All right. Let's go ahead and start our story. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story about what happened to me when I was a little girl. I almost got kidnapped. A girlfriend of mine were at a park. Now, back then, kidnapping wasn't real big back then, but it still was. I mean, it's a lot more now, but it still was. And this would have been back, I want to say the 80s. I was in 4th or 5th grade. I was 9 or 10 years old, and me and my friend went to the school. They had a park there, and it was a weekend. And me and my girlfriend, a second. Just want to clear my throat. I got my allergies acting up because weather keeps changing. But anyways, my girlfriend and I went to the school. My mom said, yeah, we could go. And I'm really girly. We got dressed up in these little dresses. And, you know, when you're a little girl, your dresses are kind of short and cute and flowy. And we went to this park where we go to school. We were playing on all the stuff there. And we were on, I think it's like it was a round circle, and you like bounced on them, and it went around kind of in a merry-go-round. It's almost like those teeter-totters, but there was 4. And we were playing on it, me and her. She was across from me. And we had been there about 20 minutes or so, and all of a sudden, I look over, and there's this guy about, I couldn't even tell you how far. It was maybe about, I don't know, 5 car lengths away from me, maybe. That's the best way I can describe it. And he was behind our building where we used to, like the gym part. He was behind the building. And I was on one side where my girlfriend was on this side. I was on this side so I could see. And he had peeked around the corner and looked at me, stared at me, and grabbed himself. Now, I don't mean to get graphic or anything, but he grabbed himself. He was dressed, but he grabbed his private part, shook it. He was dressed, though, covered. I just mean he grabbed himself there, and then he went back around the building. I got so scared, I told my girlfriend, and she turned around to look, and he popped out again and did it again, and she's seen it. Well, when he went back around the corner, me and my girlfriend got off of what we were on and took off running. Now, where we were, here's a building here. He's behind this building here, where he'd look around, see if I can kind of describe it. He's over here. We're way over here on this playground thing, and he looks around like this, as this is where he does it, and then he goes back. We get off, the school's right over here. We take off and we run past the school as fast as we can. We are scared to death about this. This guy is grabbing himself, okay? And we run around the school, and as we get around the school, there's a whole lineup of houses. And we should have went to one of the houses and called our family, but we didn't. We went around the school, came around, and went up into the backwoods, right where the guy would have been, because here is this place. Here's the backwoods. Here's the back of the school. You know, here's us. Here's the school. Here's the back of the school, and the, you know, where you can go up into the backfield. So here's the school. We run around the school here, but here's the school in the back of the school. He's right here. So right here, if he went around this way, that's right where the woods are. I don't know what we were thinking, but again, we are 9 or 10 years old, you guys. Scared to death. So we run all the way around the school and run up into there. By that, he could have already went around this way. Maybe, you know, came the other way after us or whatever, or went that way, just saw we left, maybe took off, didn't know, maybe headed up that way. But we went around, did not go to a house. We went around, we went up into the woods, all the way up, came down the big hill, and went back home where I lived. I was only probably 5 minutes from home, but we took the long way. But yeah, went up into these woods. Worst thing we could have ever done. But thank God, back then I was a Christian. I believed in God, and I was praying, God, keep us safe, keep us safe, keep us safe, keep us safe. And we ran up to there. Like I said, we ran home, and we got home, and I told my parents what had happened. And my parents, first off, yelled at me because of me not going to somebody's house and asking for help. Why we would run up into the woods, because I explained where they were, where he was, so they knew that was right next to the woods. Why we would go around and go right back to basically where he was and run up into the woods. They were very upset with me, but I was 9 or 10. So they were yelling at me. And of course, you know, they're panicking because they're parents, and panicking and scared that they could have lost their daughter. With that guy grabbing himself, we all know he was planning to probably rape us or something, you know. He was into little kids, obviously. If I had to guess his age, I think he was, I can't remember it, but I think in his 30s, late 20s. But anyways, so we got home. Well, a week goes by, and my dad is up. He walked that hill that we were up. We were up in the woods part. It's very beautiful up there, but it has a big hill. And my dad used to walk that hill, and he was walking out one day. He was walking, and actually, sorry, I'm going a step ahead of myself. Somebody has seen a guy. A few days after this happened, they had seen a guy running in a pair of nylons. They didn't catch him. Somebody had complained, called the authorities, but they couldn't find him. It was a guy that had nothing on but nylons. I don't know if it was the same guy, but he was running around in these nylons with nothing under it. And somebody had called the authorities, but they couldn't find him. And then, now we'll go on to the next story. My dad, about a week later, was heading up into those woods to go for his walk. And my dad was a strong guy, very strong guy. He didn't fear stuff like that. My dad was in karate and all of that. He was a paramedic and all that growing up. So, a police officer. So he dealt with the law. He knew all that. So my dad was going for a walk, and he went up into the woods, and he saw this guy completely nude laying out, tanning up at the top of this hill where anybody could see him. And he's nude up there, and he's laying up there. We don't know if it's the same guy or not, but my dad seen him. He went over, he put his, grabbed onto him, held him down, and called the police. Got the police there. How he did it, I don't even know how he did it. Oh, he got him, brought him. I think he brought him to somebody's house, local there. I can't remember, but he got the police involved. He had asked somebody to call the police or something. I don't remember the whole story because I was so young. But they got him in the back of a police car and brought him to the house and had me come out to identify him. I am scared to death. At my age, I don't know what this guy's going to do to me. I don't know that he can be locked up and not come after me. I was very scared. They wanted me to identify him. Now remember, this guy was pretty far away when he, looked around the corner at us girls. So I can't really remember what he looked like. I know he had dark hair and it was shorter dark hair. If I had to guess his age, I would have said probably around 30. And again, he's far away, so it's hard to tell. And he was wearing like a sweat outfit at that time. Sweatpants and a t-shirt. And they brought this man here, and it didn't look like him. I said, I don't know. Because this guy looked like, I don't know, he had darker hair, but, now he's up close. So now I could see him a little bit better. So I don't know if it was him or not. Like, I had to be honest and said, I think so. I don't know. I couldn't be 100% positive because it was too far away to identify him from the first time he had done that. So I just said, I don't know. And I was so scared. But anyways, but they did have him. And I guess that he was a guy that was running around. He was the one in the nylons running around. And he could have possibly been that guy that looked around the building. So they did catch him. Somebody else had identified him as the guy running around in the nylons with no clothes on under it. So whoever that guy was, if it was the one looking at me, they did catch that guy. But I just thought, oh my gosh, how scary, so young and have somebody do that. And if we, if us girls would going around the way we did, if he would have been around that way, because I'm sure that's where he came from, was the woods, because I didn't see a car around or anything. I'm sure that's where he came. Probably lived around that area and went through the woods so nobody would see him. Knew that we took off running, so he probably thought we're going to get the police, so he's taken off, so he probably went up into the woods. I don't know, but for us to go into the woods was the biggest mistake we could ever make. But God kept us safe. It wasn't my time. It wasn't my time. So, that being said, I just thought I would tell you guys that story because I remembered that the other day. And I thought, what a crazy world we live in. And I started telling my husband the story. And he was like, oh my gosh, that's scary. I said, I know. Because he was grabbing himself, so he would have raped us. I mean, why did he keep looking around and keep grabbing himself? He was trying to get us to motion over to him. He would have raped us. That's what he would have done. And he probably wasn't sure how old we were, if we would go over there. I don't know. If he was doing that just to turn his own self on, I don't know. But it was very scary. And the fact that we didn't go to a house, we went up the woods. Well, we knew for next time to make sure we did. But my mom at that time didn't let me go out anymore for a while because that was scary with that guy coming, running around until they caught him. But I was always with a friend. I was never alone. But very scary. Isn't that a scary story? And just to know he was grabbing himself and you don't know what he could have done to us girls. And we were in these little dresses. And I don't know if he just purposely went to these, you know, this park, which was a school park, but went there looking for little girls or little boys. I don't know. But that was a very scary time in my life. And I'll tell you what, the adrenaline was rushed through us because we ran so fast. I just remember getting home in just like a couple seconds, and yet we were at least 5 minutes from home. But, man, we were booking. I don't remember my friend's name. I want to say Kathy. I don't remember. But I know I was fourth or fifth grade. I was 9 or 10. That scared the crap out of me. Oh, this was so delicious. Yum, yum, yum. Last bite, you guys. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying these stories. I'm telling you, I do have many. I'm sure lots of you guys got many stories. But that was a very scary time of my life. Especially when they wanted me to identify him. And like I said, I told him I wasn't close enough to really know who this guy was. There's a little bit of liquid on the top of this, so we're going to dump this out. Sometimes they have a little liquid on it. Good times always. That's what my cover says. I love to read these. So even going through these hard times that we're going through, guys, that's what my cover says. Good times always. If you guys can see that. I don't even know if you can. Good times always. I love reading these. So, all right, we're going to put our nuts in here. Oh, I didn't get a spoon. Whoops. Let me grab a spoon really quick. All right, I'm back. Got my spoon. Forgot my spoon. But then I did grab my Bible because I'm going to read a Bible verse to you guys. I actually had picked one out to read to you guys. And I just went with one that I knew by heart. With draw near to God and he'll draw near to you. I had read that. That's James 4:8. Remember that one. But I'm going to read one to you guys because I really like to read these verses. I've been trying to add more in every time I do a video now, just to kind of help you guys, you know, to get through this hard time, give you guys some hope. And I know some of you don't even, you know, you're not even fearing anything, but you're getting very depressed because you're at home and you're stuck at home and, you know, with your kids and stuff like that, and it's getting rough and hard and you want to get back to reality, have your friends over and stuff like that. But another thing is I just want you guys to not worry about stuff like that, you know. Right now, devote your time to your family. There is a reason God's allowing this. He's allowing this for a reason. You know, I always tell you guys, and I'm glad that I am going to bring this up. You know, I was saying the other day that God never allows anything bad. It's from the devil. But like my pastor was saying, this is being allowed for a reason. God is the one in control of this one. You know, it's not that he's trying to allow bad things, but he is to try to bring us all back together as a, you know, family of God, you know, and to be with our family and this hustle and bustle, and we're never home and, you know, working so hard and doing all this. We don't have time for our families. Take time to do things for yourself right now and do things in the home and draw close to your family and to God. You know, that's what we need to do right now. And when all of this is over, we're probably going to want to hug even strangers because we're going to say, can I just hug you? Can I just shake your hand? Because I haven't been able to touch anybody for a while. I think this is a way of God showing you to appreciate what you have because it can be taken from you in a second. So appreciate what you have. And to remember, we don't need all this material stuff. We don't need it. You know, when you think about all this stuff, we take nothing with us when we leave this world. So don't worry about all the material stuff too. Don't worry about that. That we can't have this right now. We can't do this. We can't do that. So what? We can't take none of that stuff with us anyways when we leave. So just be happy. Take this time right now to get closer to your mate, to your family, to God. Most importantly, to God. He's allowing this for a reason, you guys, because in 1 second he could stop it. You know, they had the Spanish flu back in 1918. Killed, like, what did they say, 2 million people? There's a reason people went through it then. This will probably be the biggest thing we'll ever go through in our lifetime. Think about the Titanic. How many people died on the Titanic and how many people survived? It was more that died than survived. Think about this, you guys. The USA is huge. Huge. Millions and millions of people. When you take the number of people that have gotten this, also the people that have died, rest in peace. I'm sorry for the deaths. But when you take the number and you calculate that, it is like a 0.5% or 1% of us getting it or even dying from it. It is so small. If you think about that, that can actually help you a little bit. It is very, very small. Even though you're hearing of all this going on, think about how big our world is, though. It's very, very, very big. So the amount that we're losing, you know, it was a lot more when the Spanish flu happened. There wasn't as many people. Our world is huge right now. So you got to look at it that way, too. Maybe that'll help you to comfort a little bit more, that it is a lot harder to get than you think. And if you're taking precaution and staying in your home and washing your hands and staying away from people, and if you have to go out, if you can get your hands on a mask or gloves, wear them. If you can't, just stay your distance 6 feet away from people, get what you need, and just get back home. You know, just be safe. And trust our good Lord in heaven. Because when this is done, imagine how strong this is going to make us. Remember when 9/11 happened? Our world got stronger. We're going to get stronger through this. So don't let this bother you. Don't fear it. And don't be sad, you guys. It's going to be over with before you know it. We're going to be looking back at this thing. God, remember when we went through that? It's going to happen. And we're going to be back to that hustle and bustle and back to doing everything we did before. You know, take this time for you right now and for God. God needs you to come back to him. I love this one. It's mixed berry, and I've got pecans in it. You can never see because of that light. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. I want to get off here because it's getting late. I don't want to keep it too long. So, I'm going to read to you Romans 14. Wait a minute. Is it Romans? Let's see. 14. Yeah. Romans 14:13. Therefore, let us stop passing. No, that's not the one. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Which one was this again? Okay. I'm sorry. It's Romans 15:13. May the God of hope fill you with all the joy and peace as you trust in him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. Romans 15:13. May the God of hope fill you with all the joy and peace as you trust in him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. That's a great one too, you guys. Think about that. God's always there to give us hope and to steer us in the right direction and to help us get through hard times. This is definitely a hard time. So rely on him. He is going to help you. Fear not, you guys. Don't be afraid. We're going to get through this. And I know it's tough. Who likes to sit in the house all the time? But take this time for God right now. He needs you to take it for him. I love all of you guys very much. I hope you enjoyed this video, information and story time, and my Bible reading. And I hope all of you guys are staying healthy. And if you need extra help, like I said, my email's down below. I'd love to help you. So just stay strong, stay healthy, do everything you're supposed to do, and rely on God. Put all your trust in God. We're going to get through this. Before you know it's going to be over. And we're going to be virus-free. I love you guys very much. Everybody take care. God bless, and I'll see each and every one of you in my very next upload. And always remember to what? Always remember to keep it keto.